Do you get anxious, depressed, frustrated, confused when you go to the art store? I'm here to fix that for you. Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm with the Raminfard School of Arts. And today, I'm going to be going over art supplies, specifically oil painting supplies. First things first, you need a place to store your supplies. Intro, the wooden box. I really like this. We sell it here at the art school. It's available on Amazon. There's variations of it all over the US and other places. And basically what this is a place for you to store your brushes, a place for you to store your paints. Here you can put your mediums and other items that you need. Okay, next we have what you need to thin out your colors and clean your brushes. So we'll start with this item here. This is Terpenoid. There's another product just like it called Gamsol. Basically what it is an odorless mineral spirit. That's what you're looking for. Do not buy turpentine. Turpentine is toxic. It'll get into your skin and it'll go into your bloodstream. This will not. That doesn't mean that it's not toxic, but it's significantly less toxic and has all of the working properties that turpentine does. Your next problem is where to store your paint thinner. So a glass jar is a good option. This particular glass jar has a mesh chicken wire in there. So that chicken wire allows for your paint to settle down to the bottom as you clean your brush. So a better option, and the one that I use and recommend for all of my students, is a metal canister. This thing is airtight. If there is thinner in there and you turn it upside down, it won't leak. It has its lid with a rubber sealant. And it has this. This is what you will actually push your brush against to clean all of the paint out. And it'll sit at the bottom of this. Okay, colors. There is a lot of confusion about colors and I'm gonna clear it all up right now. Buy the best colors you can. There's a lot of crap out there. The most expensive part about making oil paint, which is made up of two very simple items, oil and pigment. The most expensive part of that is the pigment. So what a lot of manufacturers do is they create student grade paint. And that student grade is crap. What they do is they literally add wax or some other filler to their product in place of pigment. Okay, the paints that I use here at the studio, I use them personally and I use them with our students, are M-gram paints. The reason why I like M-gram paints are because they use walnut oil, which absorbs more pigment, dries less yellow, has a lot of luster, and has a very creamy, buttery texture to it. So I love working with these paints. They're not very expensive. They're very well made, extremely consistent, and available almost everywhere. So you can't go wrong with these guys. Okay, what colors to put on your palette? There's a lot of confusion about what colors you should put on your palette, but I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible. The core colors that you need are yellow, red, and blue. And what I recommend that everybody starts with is a light yellow, a dark yellow, a light red, a dark red, a light blue, and a dark blue, plus a black and a white. Your black and your white are basically tinters, and then the rest are colors that are available for you to mix. With that set, you should be able to mix about 80% of the colors that you see. All the other colors that might be difficult to make are stuff that you can buy in a separate tube. But for now, just stick with these. So one of the first colors that you want here is your cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, and this is your dark blue. This is ultramarine blue. Finally, the black I'm using is ivory black. Lastly is this massive tube of titanium white. Notice that this is the larger size. It's about 3 times the size of all the other colors. And the reason is because it's the color that you use most. Okay, next up are brushes. So these are connoisseurs. These are great brushes available online. Again, you can buy them here at our store. These are synthetics and they're durable. They are flexible. They get the paint right into the canvas. They don't hurt any animals, and just all around great brushes. I've never had a problem with these guys. This is a size 8. It is a synthetic flat, and I highly recommend using this one. It'll get a lot of coverage on a small canvas. You can go for bigger sizes as well, but I think this is a mandatory size. You've got to have a size 8. Next we have a size 6. Great brush. Same concept, just a smaller size. A size 4 brush. Same purpose, different size. A size 2 brush, as you get into the nooks and crannies of your painting, really good brush to work with. I like this brush for all of my detailing. This is exactly where I start to detail, and then I'll start to move into something even smaller and rounder. This is a round size 2. Really good brush to use for all of your tiny little details, finishing touches, and is probably your second to last brush that you're going to use. This is your 0. It's a round brush. It's basically the sharpest, smallest brush that you'll use for stuff like eyelashes, little tiny details, and signing your canvas. Okay, so here are 6 core brushes that I recommend you use. These are essential for your painting kit. The size 6 connoisseur palette knife. Why would you use this? This is a great palette knife to scrape off all your oopsie doo-doos. If you make a whoopsies on your canvas, this is what you use to scrape it all off. It is also a fantastic tool to add texture to your canvas. However, you do not want to paint with this until you've been trained by somebody like me or another art teacher who knows how to properly apply paint onto a canvas using a palette knife. Things could go wrong real fast. This is palette paper. This is a great way of painting, keeping things nice and clean. As soon as you're done painting, you rip it right off and throw it in the garbage. It makes cleanup a lot easier. You can find this particular version online. It's a 4-in-1 disposable palette paper by Bees Paper. Bees, B-E-E. Great palette paper, highly recommend it. Works with both oils and acrylics. This is a palette cover. You take your palette, put it inside of here, put your paints down on the palette paper, and then put a cover on it. And what it allows for you to do is to keep your paints wet. It'll keep your entire palette wet if you use this one little trick that I'm about to show you. Okay, I feel like my face is getting shiny. Where's the makeup lady? Makeup! This is a makeup sponge. And what you're going to use this sponge for is to add this very special ingredient, clove oil. Adding clove oil to this sponge and putting it right in the corner of your paints will keep the entire paint set wet for a number of days. So I highly recommend picking up some good quality clove oil that you can buy from Whole Foods. Warning! Warning! Do not ever mix this into your colors unless you want your paint to stay wet for 60 days plus. You need something to paint on. This is a panel. I could go for days about different surfaces to paint on. Walnut oil. This stuff is intended for the use of mixing in directly into your oil paints when they feel stiff. How are you going to do that? You're going to put it in a little jar. You could put it in a glass jar or a metal jar, it makes no difference, but you need to have a small container that will allow for you to put a sizable brush into the mouth of it. This is definitely too small, so you want to pour it in here. Okay, so these are your basics. This is everything that you need in order for you to have a good quality painting set for you to paint. The only other thing that's left is really an easel, and sky's the limit with easels, but I recommend starting with something really simple. So I'm going to show you a nice, good quality wooden easel that you can literally put on top of a table anywhere in your home. So this is a wooden easel that sits on top of a table. It's very good quality. It shouldn't cost you more than about 80 bucks. I know that that's a lot for some people, but it's a very good quality easel. You can definitely go with something cheaper, but this thing will last you for a long time. And most importantly, it'll hold a good sized canvas without it toppling over or falling apart. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. I tried to make this as simple as I possibly could. Supplies are a very, very complicated thing. It could go on forever. Artists debate between what are the best supplies. Different artists have different opinions, but in my opinion, this is a very universal set that works for almost all styles in oil and works best for beginner and intermediate students. I use most of these supplies myself, along with a myriad of other things. I really enjoy working with them. I get excited selling these supplies to my own students because it feels like I'm opening up those supplies for the first time myself. I can't express to you how fun drawing and painting really is, but you need to make sure that you're educating yourself. So for more information about this, please keep coming back to my channel. I'm going to give you as much information as I can. Again, my name is Daniel. I'm with the Raminfard School of Arts. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel.